Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about today's race, and what a day's racing it was. Starting off in the Clarence house, Shishkin made it 10 in a row and he was unbelievable. I don't know how Nico de Boinville got him up to win that race. If we go to the start of the race, Energamine got an easy lead out in front and was jumping very nicely up against the inside rail. Shishkin had a wide trip and he was jumping out left, and he did make a few bad mistakes. He pegged badly on landing down the back and turning into home, and Energamine was travelling comfortably for Paul Townend. Shishkin had been off the bridle for a while. He did hit that flat spot that he usually hits, but he just galloped Energamine into the ground, and heading down to the last, you looked as if Shishkin was going to get there, but he had to steady into that and gave another length or two to Energamine, and after that you thought Energamine's just going to tough this one out and win it from the front, but Shishkin found them gears and he finished with a turn of foot that I haven't really seen from this horse before. He's been more of a galloper, but that was very impressive. The reception that both horses got was unbelievable, and it was very nice to see both jockeys shaking hands after. I don't think you'd see that in many other sports, to be fair, but just wow, that is some race, and I hope to see them clash again. And you get the feeling that if Energamine was ever going to beat Shishkin, it was going to be today at Ascot, going right-handed. Shishkin did have that tendency to jump a tiny bit out to the left, but if these two both meet back in a champion chase at Cheltenham, I think it's Shishkin's race to lose, because he loves it around there. He's won the Supreme, the Arkle, and you'd expect it to make it 3 wins at the Cheltenham Festival in a row for Shishkin. Elsewhere at Ascot we saw Harry Skelton with a hat-trick. That was very impressive, and Dan Skelton had some very nice horses on show, starting off with Unexpected Party that I tipped up on this YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my tips and coming in future videos. He was 7-2 that day, and for me I thought he is a very well handicapped horse before. I'm surprised he didn't actually open up as favourite, and Harry Skelton gave it a lovely ride, quiet out the back, and he just came to challenge and just breezed past his opponents. He won off 130 today, and you'd expect to get up towards 140 or even higher, because he just did it so easily. Won by about 5 lengths in the end. That was a very nice performance. In the Mares Grade 2, Dan and Harry Skelton also had a winner in Molly Ollie's Wishes. That was very strongly supported before the off and won quite comfortably in the end, although it did get very tired up the running, but it was another very canny ride for Harry Skelton, who had a very good day. They also won the first, the Juvenile Hurdle. That was strongly supported too, so the Skelton team are in the money tonight, and they've got some exciting horses for the future. Another brilliant story of the day was David Maxwell winning on Cat Tiger. That was a very nice ride indeed, actually. I thought he left it too late, but Cobolobo slipped the pack. That was another very good ride from John Joe O'Neill, and he probably didn't deserve to lose it. He slipped off the home bend. He stole about 5 lengths, and I thought he's just going to go on and win, but David Maxwell got there just in time and he won in a head bob. And that was very nice to see, because David Maxwell does get a lot of stick, and especially last time I was at Doncaster where he got chinned by Kaluki on the ride, and he did probably deserve a bit of criticism for that. He did drop his hands just before the line and he got beat, but he bounced back today with a very nice win. And Cat Tiger, that's been a very good training performance by Paul Nicholls, and it'd be exciting to see where he goes, because he did stay that 3-mile trip very nicely in the end. Over to Haydock, and it was Tommy's Oscar that made it 4 in a row by 5 lengths win. That was very impressive. Stepped up into graded company after winning 3 handicaps in a row, developing from a mark of 138 to 156, I think it was. That's some training performance, and it's also very nice to see it's not only these big yards that have these superstars of horses, and this Anne Hamilton team, it's a very small yard, but they've got this horse right, and it keeps to progressing. It could be the best English horse in a champion hurdle, maybe. Epatante and Tommy's Oscar are going to be facing a tough test in the Irish when it comes to that, but Tommy's Oscar is progressing, and who knows where the ceiling is with this horse. And now we're going to talk about John Bon, who drifted out in the Supreme market after its win today. It won by 3 lengths in the end on ground that probably would be soft enough for the horse. I don't think it'd want it much softer. It had an awkward head carriage at points too, but let's look at the facts. It gave way to way and it was checked coming to the second last, and it still won in workmanlike fashion. I'm not sure what everyone was expecting from John Bonner. You can't have a superstar performance every time, but it was very nice to see it win. It was 2-5. It was expected to win, and it beat Mai Tai by 5 lengths, and Mai Tai was 14 lengths behind Constitution Hill, so people might compare that, but that wasn't the real John Bon today. So I think comparing them two through Mai Tai is a load of rubbish, to be honest. I think John Bon will bounce back, and let's not forget, he won today. Let's not go over the top and say it was a poor performance. It was far from that. I think with quicker ground, and I think he will bounce back in tremendous style in the Supreme, hopefully. He's a very exciting horse. £570,000 purchase for JP McManus, and a star of the future for sure. So that's my racing roundup, all done and complete. And don't forget, we've got a very nice card at Lingfield tomorrow, so the action continues. Let me know in the comments down below which horse caught your eye today. I assume a lot of you will be saying Shishkin.